The first light brushes across the treetops, painting the ridge in gold. The air is still, except for the quiet hum of waking birds. Another day begins here, slow and unhurried, just as it should. The scent of fresh coffee drifts through the air. It's a small ritual, but it anchors my mornings. Each drip feels like an invitation to pause, to notice the way that the day unfolds, without asking anything of me. Marsh hears me stretch and yawn, her paws tapping the floor before I even stand. She settles in beside me, eyes half closed, as if she too is taking in the sunrise. We sit together in the quiet, no rush, no plans, just the warmth of a new day and the comfort of knowing this is home.
I'm Ryan, and this is Marsh. I quit my job in the city to become a part-time hermit and full-time hunting and fishing guide. Living on 283 acres of wilderness surrounded by national forests in the Ouachita Mountains. The Ouachitas are a unique and ancient mountain range. They run east-west. That rare geography creates a diverse ecosystem, home to white-tailed deer, black bear, coyotes, turkeys, bobcats, and mountain lions. I started this journey in October of 2023 with a bare 20-foot shipping container. I moved in on day one with no grid and no backup plan. Over time, it slowly turned into a home, one small project at a time. It's nothing fancy, but it's mine, fully paid for, constantly improving as I find the time and money. And honestly, it's one of the things I'm most proud of. My goal is to manage this land for wildlife and build a small off-grid homestead where guests can come and experience real life hunting, fishing, and living wild in the Ouachitas.
Two years ago, I found this piece of raw land up in the Ouachita Mountains. Back then, it was a closed canopy forest. It was so thick with briars and muscadine vines, you could probably barely see 100 feet in any direction. There wasn't a road, no clear way in or out to bring tools or supplies or anything to work on the land. It was wild. It was untamed and stubborn, but it was full of possibilities. And I didn't know exactly what it would become, and I still don't. I only knew that it felt right to start from there. Eventually, a friend took pity on me and brought his D6 up here and left it. With that machine, I was able to push a road through an easement I'd worked out with the timber company on my southern border. Then another road winding up the mountain to a ledge on the western side. I'd been hiking up to this ledge since the day I learned the land was for sale. Drawn to that view long before it was ever mine. There was something about it. Early on, I only imagined this ledge as a deer stand with a view. I thought of it as a place, maybe the highest point on the property, where I could bring my dad, who was in poor health, for our last deer hunt together. From here I could point out my property lines, show him what I had built, and I knew he'd be proud. We never went on that hunt together, but I did end up building my home on this ridge. I never imagined I could get a shipping container up this high on the mountain. Yet here it is. A place with a view and a story in every direction. Two years ago, today felt like a fantasy, a fairy tale in some distant land, with little chance of ever becoming real. Yet here I am, living in it. The soil here is almost non-existent. If I want to grow anything, I have to haul it in and keep it in raised beds so it doesn't wash away. It's a little ridiculous, but it works. This cereal rye I planted last fall has been so useful throughout the year. I use it here in these hen houses, and I put it on top of my raised beds, keep the moisture into my raised beds. But the biggest thing that it assisted me in was building soil up around the cabin. I'll probably replant a bunch this year. I let it go all the way to seed so that it might re-sow itself, but I think I'm going to go ahead and plant some more. It's quiet here. No traffic, no neighbors, no background noise. Just the wind in the trees and the occasional bird. Sometimes it's so still I can hear marsh breathe beside me. Out here there's no rush to be anywhere. The day moves at its own pace, and I just follow along. I notice little things, the way the light changes on the ridge, the sound of the leaves crunching when a deer walks through, the smell of coffee drifting out the door. It's simple, and most days it's exactly what I need. I'm trimming this peach tree for the third time this summer. A few heading cuts, a few pruning cuts. just shaping it up for next spring. I've worked it into a pretty good shape this summer. Strong enough to hold the weight of fruit for years to come. Probably for years after I'm dead and gone. I cut the pokeweed and the shrubs around the peach tree. I use them as mulch to feed the peach tree, cutting them into little pieces. It gives the tree more room to grow, and the decaying mulch will keep the tree fed. This is a reoccurring theme on much of the land that I've cleared from the forest. I cut the less desirable plants and use them to feed the ones I want to thrive. This is Sustainable Food Forest 101. It's not exciting, but it makes the day go by. Just not good video. Hummingbirds are dive bombing. What's that rooster doing? Where's that fly? You see that fly? He's right there. Right there. There's your fly. It's getting hot out here now. Throughout the summer, I spend a lot of time trying to maintain the bushes and the bramers and the briars and the muscadine, just so when fall gets here, it's not as big a to-do. If you keep all this kind of cut back towards the end of summer, you have a much easier fall planting season.
Sounds like the dorm worked perfectly.
Last month I was broke. Yesterday I bought this car. How? With a simple AI system. Some of my students are earning 5k a month with this simple side hustle. And the best thing is, you don't need any tech experience. I'm giving away 10 slots. Link down below. We don't even say what we're doing.
The garden has done so good this year. It's provided me with peppers and tomatoes, cucumbers and pickles, squash, okra, dill, all sorts of good vegetables. Here I'm making some jalapeno tuna fish out of homemade pickles, homemade peppers, and can of tuna fish. The garden has provided mass quantities of food this year. I don't think I could have made it through the summer with as few trips as I made to town. But now it's August, and I'm thinking, garden, most certainly. I have enough water, I guess, for the chickens to have water and me to take a shower for the rest of the month, and then I'll probably be out of water unless we get a rainstorm. It's been so dry. July was like less than a couple of inches of rain. June was over 14 inches of rain. And now here we are in almost halfway through August, and I've got less than a half inch of rain. It's at 0.40. I'm going to start, I guess, letting the garden dry out, cutting it up, and putting it into the compost pile as well. Harvest whatever fruit's left as it dries up. Start getting all my outdoor plants ready to go in for the winter. So many projects. This time of year I get anxious. Start thinking about everything. I cut almost all of this plant away. I leave a couple stems to gather sunlight and leave the rest of it to grow back. Water it and take it inside. But yeah, when fall starts rolling around, I get scatterbrained. All I can think about is all the activities that I want to do for the fall, all the hunts I want to go on, the deer and the bear hunts, and then all the stands and food plots and winter food for the game that I want to put in. I get really scatterbrained. New trails I want to build. Things you can't do in the heat of the summer when it's 103 outside every day. The next day, I try to get as much done in the morning as I can. once the afternoon gets here, all you can do is go for a swim or hibernate inside. These temperatures are brutal. 103, 104 with 80, 90% humidity. Absolutely miserable. So a nice, healthy, protein-rich breakfast. Block of cheddar cheese, 2 eggs, 2 sticks of bacon. That'll get me through the morning, probably most of the afternoon. Almost at noon. It's time to do a little laundry, cool off for a little bit. becomes soft out here. The sky turns from blue to ash and then black scattered with stars. Marsh has curled herself up. The work of the day, light as it was, done. I think about tomorrow, but not too much. The gift of living like this is that you get to greet each day like it's the first one. And maybe, in a way, it kinda always is.